Hello, this is Mike, NoStressMike.com. We're going to talk about kids. Now, but before we get to the kids, I want to show you what's going on my bus. That's about all I got left. Got some food and got a little bit of stuff left back here in the back. Let's see here, I'm at the rear tires. And I'm coming around this other way. And towards the front, see, still got the kitchen all set up and my work table, but we're getting close to the end. Got a little bit of my cooking stuff left, but anyway, we're getting close to the end. So hopefully after the 4th of July I'll have this thing up for sale sometime. But right now, I want to talk about kids. And the reason is, I noticed, let's see if I can get this set up right. It's chilly, woo, man, boy, that's awakening. I noticed, I went to town today, had to do some stuff in town, and on my way back I stopped at, I'm not going to tell you the name of the place, but it was a chain type place, and I got me some ice cream. And I noticed at the pay window they had a guy with a ring in his nose and goofy looking. And then went to the next window, was a gal, and she had piercing all over her, and she had tattoos, and the hair thing doesn't, everybody gets crazy hair, but at least that grows out and stuff like that, no big deal. But it made me start thinking, you know, for one thing, it's the good thing is they were working. That's the good thing. The bad thing is that I was thinking, okay, people, they say, a lot of people say, well, you know, you're prejudiced. You don't like me for you know, whatever. They come up with all these kind of really cool reasons. And I'll tell you, really, I have no problem with anybody. Now, when you start getting in my face with things, that's when I kind of, you know, it's hard to ignore something when they're in your face. And so, in other words, you see, you know, I travel all over the place, and I see poor people, really poor beggars and stuff like that. Even beggars aren't much of a problem until they start getting around you, and they say, hey, you know, give me some change, give me $1, you know, I mean, they're in your face. And when your appearance is in your face, just looking at you, you know, that's a problem also. Now you're saying, oh, Mike, you're so prejudiced against piercing and tattooing and stuff like that. No, I'm not. But when you are flaunting it, I do find it, I don't want to say offensive, because really it's none of my business, I really don't care. But like I say, it's disrespectful. Same thing, open carry. I'm not an open carry kind of guy for the same reason. Well, we got the right to carry, we can do it. Well, you got the right to do a lot of things, but that doesn't mean you do them. And like I say, anytime you do this stuff and it's in my face, I get a nasty taste in my mouth. And the next thing I know, you're doing it again, or people like you keep doing it again. You have to accept me the way I am. No, I don't. You know what I mean? You're not, I guarantee you're not in my circle. I guarantee it. I'm sure you're a really good person. You got a lot to offer in this world. But by looking at you, you're crappy. And the thing that gets me more than anything is the kids. The kids they got this same attitude, and that's what it is. It's just an attitude, and it's in your face kind of attitude. They can't, because they want to stand out. This is what they're doing, but they don't know how to stand out with your abilities. That's it. They have to do it by looking like a clown, you know. So and it's really bad when it's like that, because, like I say, you're getting people to make judgments on you when they shouldn't, but you do. If you don't, you're an idiot. If you just kind of just accept people just the way they look and it's no big deal, you're an idiot. You better stay in your own little world, because, like I say, you get outside that world of yours, you're going to find out, man, there's a lot of problems out there because that's what I say. You're supposed to profile. You look at people, you make judgments on these people, and whether you're right or wrong, it doesn't make any difference, because you have to make judgments. Because if you don't, you're going to get ate up, and that's the way. And all it takes is just one time, and it happens all the time. I mean, one time if it's really bad, but I say I'm always shocked. I just heard some gal, same thing, young girl, was on Facebook, and some guy got friends with her, and talking and all this kind of stuff. And next thing you know, he's picking her up after school, and she escapes. This is the cool part. She escapes when she's in a hotel. How'd you even get in the car? I mean, she didn't have enough sense to profile. She didn't have enough sense to figure out what was going on. It was some dirty old man. She didn't have no way to figure this out. You know what I mean? And by herself, after school, she gets in the car with a guy and goes off. Man, I guess the young folk are really hurting in the way of guidance. No one is teaching them this stuff. They're learning this stuff from each other, and they don't have much of a resource when they're learning from each other. The parenting skills aren't being used on these kids. They're talking about these poor illegal immigrant kids, and all this stuff. And I say, it was funny. I was down in Guatemala once, and I was looking there, sitting on the curb right there. This 3 years old, maybe 4 years old, little girl had a knife, and she was peeling her fruit. And no big deal, except for in the United States. Can you, I don't even think you can get a teenager to hold a knife without them cutting themselves. You know what I mean? They don't have any skills. They focus so much on their appearance. Their, they wear those $100 tennis shoes or $200 tennis shoes. No telling what they are now. I've made videos talking about the $100 tennis shoe, and then I've seen clothes that are just, outrageous in prices, and their parents are stupid enough to let them get in this thing where it's all, look good. That's all you got to do is look good, and, well, that does work in some cases, looking good, but the inside of that person is shallow. So that's why you really should start on the inside, building a person, inside going to the outside rather than the outside trying to go in, because it's not going to work that way. And I've been seeing a lot of it here in the States, and it really concerns me. I'm almost thinking we're back in the Roman days, because like I say, everybody's so spoiled. They're not thinking. They're not thinking of others, for sure. That's why you see these communist, socialist, New World Order people are really targeting the kids, and the kids think that they're doing something good for the world, green crap and all this kind of stuff. They're learning how to tell other people how they need to live their lives, even though they don't even know how to live their own life. And nobody is teaching them personal responsibility, morals, and they sure the hell aren't teaching them the Constitution. And I'm afraid that we're going to lose it on this one with the kids being so stupid. Because remember, the ones now, these are the stupid ones from the 60s. And there wasn't that many stupid ones back in the 60s. Now there's a lot of them. So when these start getting older, they're going to be around the country. It's going to be bad. I'm glad I'm not going to be around when all this crap happens. Like I say, I just can't get myself to be used to immoral, unconstitutional things. It just doesn't do it. But anyway, thought I'd just share my thoughts on there. This is Mike, NoStressMike.com.